Okay. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate you like always. Now, here's the thing. What's the difference between a clout chasing little girl or a hurt woman, a hurt young woman? They both want attention, and sometimes they go about it the wrong way. And that's why I believe it's happening right now when it comes to Dr. Umar's daughter, Anisa. Now, here's the thing. I empathize with her in a way. And the reason I empathize with her because I know what it's like to be abandoned or left behind by a family member and you want to get to know them and your other siblings. Now, sometimes you have this fantasy of who they are and who they may be. And then when you end up meeting that person, you get highly disappointed. I had that happen to myself in my real life. I was raised by my father. But, when I was around 16, 17 years old, I wanted to meet my mother. And when I met her, I was pretty disappointed at the woman that she was. But that's another story for another day. So right now we have Anisa, or her name is Nisdagoat. Came out with a video pretty much exposing Dr. Umar Johnson as a clout chaser, as somebody who was a deadbeat father and all these other kind of things. Now, that's one side of the story. Now, when it comes to relationships between women and men, and especially when it comes to parenting, depending on who has the kid, it can be pretty hard. A lot of the time, the mother can use the kid to make the father's life miserable if they don't want to be with her. But at the exact same time, it's kind of the man's responsibility to be more, have more discipline about who he gives his seed to. Now, when it comes to Umar, he does Dr. Umar does say a lot of good things when it comes to relationships and black love and all this other kind of stuff. But just because you know the answer to the question doesn't mean you fully understand the question. And when it comes to Umar, he knows the answer, but he has trouble understanding it just for the fact that he doesn't practice what he preaches. Umar is more than likely responsible for multiple single family households. And the reason I say that is the man is very popular. And if you look underneath his posts, you'll see he has a lot of women that try to get his attention, want to meet up with him, all this other kind of stuff. So I'm sure he does not lack for physical attention whenever he wants it, no matter where he goes. And if he only has $2, I highly doubt he only has two. He most likely has multiple kids out there to women that he's not married to or dating, this have a relationship with, and which is causing a more broken black home, something he's very much against. But let's go ahead and watch a few of these video clips together, and I'm going to go over some of my thoughts on them. That was on Nisdagoat Instagram page because her TikTok got taken down, but let's see here.
My biological father is Dr. Umar. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. And I'm not bashing you.
Really?
I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life.
Y'all know me too well. Y'all know my love for children is too strong for anybody to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public for 20 years. Listen, brothers and sisters, I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years.
And you see, I'm just going to stop right there for a second because I think it's pretty bad whenever somebody say my number's been the same for 20 years when you're talking about your own kid. As a man who is a single father himself, I have raised my daughter since she was born alone. I fought tooth and nail to be in my daughter's life, to have custody of her, to give her the best life possible. So whenever I hear somebody saying, well, hey, my number hasn't been the same, my number has been the same for years, it's easy to get a hold of me. Is it really though? I mean, just because you have the number, I like myself. If you call me and I don't know your number, I'm just going to ignore it. If you say that, if I receive a text message, say, hey, I'm your son or daughter, I just want to talk to you. And if I'm as popular as Dr. Umar, I may think it's a scam. So would he really answer that number? I don't know. But let's go ahead and continue, though.
So anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years, mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia all the time.
So why didn't he speak at her graduation?
I have events in Philadelphia all the time. I got family in Philadelphia everywhere. And you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Trying to build.
Now, I will say this, that it may not necessarily be cap, and this is going to a little personal situation on my end. When I went to go look and find my mother, a lot of my mom's side of the family made excuses for her, and it wasn't until many years later they realized and admitted how they were wrong, and they apologized to me. I never really got that from my mother, per se. Again, she's always been kind of an irresponsible woman, unfortunately. But whenever you have people and you are their main source of income, main source of support, they're not going to check you. You're not going to have family going to tell you, Umar, you're wrong. You need to reach out to these girls. You need to go ahead and do this. No, they want to stay in your good graces. So just in case, say, hey, Umar, my car broke down. Can I go ahead and borrow a few dollars to get that fixed or restored or whatever? Hey, I want this business. Can you help invest in this? They want to stay on his good side. So no, they're not going to call him out on things he may be doing wrong. And again, Umar has his own issues. I'm not going to get into all that stuff that, him being a scammer. This as him as a man. If you are a man and you have kids and you're not doing everything to be with those kids, that's a problem. I understand there are problematic baby mothers. Chelsea, I had them. Problematic ex-wives or ex-girlfriends, I've had them too. Everybody has. But whenever you make a choice to be a father, and whenever you lay down with a woman, there's always that potential choice of being a father. You got to be willing to step up all the way. Don't go out there and preach to the world that you need to step up, be better man, and all this other kind of stuff when you are not leading by example. That's the problem I always had with Umar Johnson. He is very knowledgeable. He is very charismatic. But when it comes down to the core of who he is as a man, he does not live the lifestyle that he preaches. And that's the issue for me.
Your struggles, dreaming career off of my back, coming up out of nowhere, acting like he been looking for me. Get Mama Smurf. When can the three of us have a sit down? I'm ready for this. When can Mama Smurf, Papa Smurf, and Baby Smurf have a sit down? Oh, I'm ready for this. And I will have my white man paperwork. When can we do the sit down? When can we do the sit down? Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down? Child support started, you wasn't even out your mama yet, and she took me to child support. Deadbeat who?
And that's another thing when it comes to child support. I never really liked that. I always been a fan of, if you receive child support, ideally, depending how much the mother is getting, or the father is getting in some cases, they should have they should be required to have a monthly budget that they got to show to justify the amount that they're getting. Unless it's like back child support, then that's hard to quantify. But new going forward, let's say they're getting like above $1,500 a month, then I think at some point that should be like, okay, why do you deserve this amount? What is it for? With that being said, though, do mothers or fathers or parents in general who receive child support even let their kids know they're receiving it most of the time? When they're receiving it? No. They will know they're not receiving it a lot of time. I have seen plenty of circumstances where women are not receiving child support, but they'll complain to the kid and say, well, no, you will have this if your daddy will pay this. There are things like that. But I really haven't seen people complain about not receiving receiving child support, or even talking about when they do receive it. However, they may not tell the kids that, hey, this is what your dad doing for you. A father or a mother can be paying child support, and something outside that support, they will expect them to do more and extra. And I don't think personally that should be a requirement. If you are paying child support every single month, then you should be obligated for that. That's the support. That should cover all activities, all medical bills, everything else. So tuition, whatever. So anything extra outside of that, then that should be directly a gift from the father to the daughter, or mother to son, or whoever. It doesn't necessarily mean that the other parent should get that. I'm kind of rambling. Let's go back to the video.
Deadbeat who? Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? Where is Mama Smurf? Can we please have a sit down? Calling me names? Using profanity? Really? Because you want to build your career. Okay. Build your career, princess. I want you to be happy. I want you to...
Can he really say or criticize a comment about her using profanity and things of that nature if he didn't raise her? I can understand him saying those comments and he's like, okay, well, I raised you to be better. But he didn't, from what's going on that's been put out on the internet. However, though, she did admit she had a stepdad that stepped up every single step of the way. So, you know what I mean? You can't sit here and criticize her, because more than likely the mother has talked nothing but bad about you. The stepdad, depending on who he is as a man, he may have stayed neutral. He may stay out of it completely. But he may not know you well enough to stick up for you. So it's kind of one of those things. She has a warped point of view. So instead of just saying, really, just like, okay, well, let's just have a talk. Let's go ahead and see what you heard about me. Let me go ahead and just disprove it, or give my support in other ways, or let me just prove to you how I was supporting you. It's family situations are always very delicate, and it's kind of regrettable they had to bring out to the public like this.
Do what you must do, but you're not going to lie on me. I can't believe all you YouTubians and nobody asked this child, where is your mother? Can we hear from your mother? Where is the mother? Nobody's asking for the mama. Y'all just so anxious to see me belittled. Y'all just so interested in seeing me disgraced. Nobody even said, where's the mama? Can we talk to your mama? Can we talk to your mama? Nobody's asking for the mama.
But at the exact same time, you never came out and said, I was there for you. I was there at your birthdays from when you were born until you were, let's say, 7. And things that really toxic between me and your mother, so I just decided to step away until you got older. Like you say, you wasn't there at big events like graduations and things of that nature. So even though you may have supported financially, and that is respectable in a sense, but it seems like she's more craving the memories she would have had with her father growing up. So it sounds like she doesn't have any of those memories, and that's what she's kind of more upset about. And again, she may not have known that, her mother was getting child support since she was born. Not all parents disclose that to their kids when they're receiving the money, only when they're not. So in this particular case, I think you missed the mark on this comment.
Where is the mama? What is your mama's Instagram? We want to ask her some questions. Where's your mama's face? Where is the mother? And none of y'all asking no questions.
Lord have mercy.
This is how you know that this is not about the truth. Where the mama at? She know the story. Mama know. Mama knows. But I'm going to give y'all a few questions to ask. If his number hasn't changed in 20 years, why haven't you called for an in-person conversation? You wait until now. Why is that? Why did you wait until now? I want you to get off of social media for a minute. Stop looking ridiculous. Get off social media for a minute, baby Smurf. Stop looking ridiculous. And I want you to get Mama Smurf. And on Thursday, 1 week from today, I'm calling you out, you and Mama Smurf. I want a respectable private FDMG tour and luncheon. Baby Smurf, Mama Smurf, and Big Papa, Wilmington, Delaware. Let's put it into this right now. Let's see who really telling the lies around here. Oh yes.
Hello guys, so I just wanted to come on here with a small update. I just got off the phone with Dr. Umar's other daughter's mother, and she just told me that that's her daughter. So, yes, y'all, I found her. I'm going to give her a call and talk to my sister when she gets out of school. So, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. All that, oh, are you going to show up the DNA test? No, because it's not your business. Why? I don't have to prove nothing to y'all internet folks. I know what it is in real life. So, no, you're...
And also, Umar did not deny her, so it is what it is. She's claims she put this out here to claim to get to know the mother, but I'll go over her Instagram here in a minute. Again, I think her TikTok was taken down, but let's go over this a little bit longer.
Not getting a DNA test. What else have I seen? Why are you coming to the internet with this? I already tried to get in contact with him. He shut me down and ignored me. What else I've been seeing? Oh, you trying to tear down Dr. Umar? No, I'm not. He tore himself down by not building a relationship with his own daughter. What's another question I saw? It's a bunch of questions I seen, but y'all don't know nothing. That's my dad. I have the right. And that's my sister. I have the right. Clock it.
Now, when it comes to Umar's supporters, they are very heavy and very strong. And I'm kind of curious, did they attack her TikTok to get it taken down?
Y'all, this is what my dad responded to me. Good evening, princess. Although I am very disappointed in your online behavior, I want to have lunch with you and your mother next Thursday or Friday. Please have her text me the day, time, and location for our meeting. You deserve to hear all of the truth from us together. We have much to discuss. I look forward to building the relationship with you that she never allowed us to have. With love, your father.
Okay. And he's not running from it. And that's a really good thing. If the goal is... Well, the goal was to meet her sister, supposedly, but he's trying to extend a branch or raft or ladder to get to know him too, and to clear up what you may not know is true. Let's be real here. Parents are not always perfect, especially if they lose somebody that they think they would have had a better life with. So if you came out to expose him to the public, and he's like, all right, let's just keep this off the internet. Let's just mean you talk. Like, I think it should be done in private to begin with. There's nothing wrong with that.
So you decide to reach out to me because I outed you. You had all this time, you had all these chances to reach out to your daughter, but because I outed you on social media, now you want to sit down for lunch? You're a fraud. You're a hypocrite. You are everything that you say that you aren't. And you got on live responding to me, talking about some struggle stream, talking about some, oh, I'm known in North Philly. If y'all needed to find me, y'all could have found me. What the what do I have to find you for, sir? When you're my dad. Right? Like, now you want to have a talk because I outed you.
I will admit, she has a very strong personality, not a very likable personality in my opinion. This could be because she really is upset about her father. But the way you carry yourself will garner more people on your side, especially when you're upset. Again, do I think that the father or the parent in general is responsible for keeping in contact with their kids? 100%. 100%. If you are preaching black love, black unity, strong neighborhood, strong community, that starts at home. That starts at home with a mother, a father, ideally married, right? Raising the kids together. If for some reason you two are just not right together, but still able to respect each other enough to still raise the kids together, to help them be more well-rounded, then that would be better. Like right now in this circumstance, the way she's coming off, it shows that she didn't have somebody help balance her emotions out. Now, she did have a stepfather, but let's be real here. A lot of stepfathers most of the time are highly disrespected. They don't get the proper respect they truly deserve. Let's see. So what's the live about? The live is about Dr. Umar Johnson and his daughter and the relationship that they have. So far, what I've been talking about is that I truly do believe that Dr. Umar Johnson dropped the ball by not staying in contact with his kids. And the unfortunate part is with Umar Johnson, he's internationally known. He frequents between America and Africa a lot. So he very well could have more kids out there that may not know him as a father, just as Dr. Umar Johnson, the public figure for the community, right? And I was talking about how if you are preaching about strong communities and put each other first, all this other kind of things. It starts first at home. You know, you got to build that yourself. You can't preach something that you're not willing to do.
Hold black men accountable. Hold them accountable.
Again, she looks crazy as heck right there, but again, she's just not a very likable person. Anyways, let's move forward.
I've known Dr. Umar for 3 years.
And I'm going to go ahead. I saw this video on TikTok about a young woman who pretty much said Dr. Umar was inappropriate with her. So let's go ahead and, okay, sir. So does this hurt or hinder his work? I will say this. When it comes to Dr. Umar Johnson's supporters, it won't hurt a single thing. His supporters are still going to support no matter what. However, though, even though he has his foundation, his core fan base, if he wants to expand and get more people to his cause, then in that sense, it will hurt him because people are going to look at him as a hypocrite, and nobody likes to follow a hypocrite, for the most part.
Met him when I was 24 years old, and this is a recent picture. We just met in June of last year, and we did discuss his children along with a few other things. We met up at Brandywine Diner on Concord Pike last year, and because he wanted to take me out to lunch, and I kind of wanted to talk about like just have a conversation with him regarding like black content creators on TikTok and social media. So while we're talking, we talk about religion, we talk about racism in America, we talk about secret societies, because that was really my peak of interest. So we first started off by talking about why he was in Wilmington again. He's always going to his school in Wilmington, Delaware, because number one, he's being audited by the IRS a lot. When I first met him in 2022, he literally told me he was there because his accountant was caught stealing funds from the school. They were receiving donations for the school, and he was saying that his accountant was stealing money. So he had to fire that accountant, and the IRS was asking for proof, like where the money went. So he started commuting from Philadelphia to Wilmington, Delaware frequently, just so he could be at the school in case anybody shows up and asks why the school's not done, or where the kids are at, or what's going on. So when I met up with him last year, he was just coming back from the school when we had lunch. I guess the IRS is still asking him about the school because it's not done. Like, he's receiving money donations, but there's no progress with the school. If you were to go up right now to the school, like, there's wooded boards on the doors.
You know, I wish somebody would go up to the school, because as long as I heard about Dr. Umar Johnson, I have heard about this school. I still remember when he was saying it's going to be a very high-tech, high-functioning school that's going to cater to the needs of Black American children, and not putting all of them on ADHD medication and, you know, things of that nature. And, you know, it's been over 10 years, I think I want to say, and the school's still not built. And that's why I was saying I wasn't necessarily going to get into the whole entire what Umar Johnson's controversies are. But this video and this young woman kind of gets to the point of me saying that he has the intentions kind of wrong when it comes to women in community.
On the windows, there's weeds, graffiti on some of the buildings. Like, it's not in proper condition. There's no AC, there's no heating, there's nothing. Like, it's not, the school's not ready. When we were talking at the table, I started asking him a lot of private questions, like, were you married? Do you have any kids? He was telling me, yes, I have 2 daughters. One of them is a teenager, and the other one is maybe 7 years old at the time. So the child is probably 9 years old. So he was saying to me that the mother of those girls, or the mother of, I don't know if it's 2 separate women or just one woman, the woman or the women are taking him to court for child support because he's not an active dad. He's not in their life, and he told me that as well. He doesn't visit them as much as he should. However, he visits his mom a lot, and she's in Philly. So I just was confused. I was like, how are you talking about being a pillar and how black men are so needed in families today, but you're not even an active dad? He was not an active father. He said it. He confirmed it. I can back this young lady up. He did say that he was not going to be there. And on top of that, he was saying that he would like to, in the future, every 2 weeks out of the month, go to Ghana. He practices Ifa, which is African spirituality. And we were talking about that for a while because I'm kind of versed in it as well. And so when we were talking, I was asking him, I was like, so you never got married? He said, oh no, I never got married to any of those women. But he dated a lot. And I could tell that he was a playboy because he was very, very flirtatious. Very. And also I noticed too, his personality is much different in person than it is online. I'm not sure if it's because I'm a woman or something like that, but he's not as animated. He seems more hyped up when he's like on a podcast or online, really engaging. He was not as engaging in person. And I felt like that was interesting.
Because he was trying to engage in something else. Let's just call it for what it is.
I was having to ask him questions. He didn't really ask me questions. It's almost like we had lunch just for me to ask him questions. And I didn't really like that because it was supposed to be a back and forth discussion. And so we were talking about a variety of topics. He is extremely flirtatious. And that was the last time I met up with him, and probably the last time, because it was very aggressive because I'm in a relationship. And when I had met up with him last year, I told my partner, like, I'm going to go have lunch with Dr. Umar. And he's like, what the fuck? So he was like, yeah, go have lunch and come back and let me know how it goes. But y'all.
Man, I would have said, hell no. With Dr. Umar's reputation, I would have said, hell F no. Or if you are going to have lunch with him, I'm going to come too, because I know how this man is.
Before I go back to seeing my boyfriend, on my life, when we left, I gave him a hug. He was like, He said, the women got to have booty. And I was like, what? He said, you got to have booty. If I'm talking to you, you got to have booty. Can you cook? I was like, yeah, I can cook. He was like, good. So you can cook and you got booty. And he was backing up from me. He said, He said, business before back shots. Business before back shots. I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding.
Like I said, he was trying to engage in something else. But, she kind of fed into it whenever he asked, oh, do you know how to cook? She could have just simply said, no. Or what does that matter? Things of that nature. There's ways to avoid a question not answered directly when you already could tell he's being inappropriate. Just saying.
And mind you, I'm in a fucking relationship. So I was like, what do you mean business before back shots, nigga? Like, what? So
you're in a relationship by having a lunch date with a lone playboy alone. Again, that's why I said if I was her man at the time, I would have said, hell F no, or I would have came with her.
Laughing to himself, and he goes back to his car because he was going to go back to Philly to go take care of his mom. And I was like, I can't see this fool again. Because what do you mean business before back shots? No back shots are being given. What? Because business before back shots, whose back are you shooting? Because it's not mine. The fuck? So, extremely flirtatious. Very much so. I remember asking him too, like, are you and Suki Hana like a thing? Because I know she's from Delaware too. I was like, do y'all, are y'all fucking? I was asking him too. I was like, are you and Suki like a thing? Like you? Because I know she's from Delaware too. I'm like, are y'all fucking? Like, and he was like, no, we're friends. That's my girl. She got her own restaurant in downtown Wilmington somewhere. Sure. When you say to me, business before back shots, and you and Suki are just friends, highly doubt it, because you got a big booty too. Anyway, I say all this to say, this young lady is telling the truth. He is a deadbeat father, extreme hypocrite, and huge flirt. This is not the black man you think he is. He's loyal. He got a wife at home. He take care of his kids. He's not that type of black man. He is, he spreads his seed. He told me he only got 2 kids. I feel like it's more. He's not visiting.
I mean, of course, right? And that's pretty much for the clips I have right now. I said I'll go to her, what's it called, her Instagram page, Nisdagoat. So let's go ahead and go there right quick.
I've known Dr.
Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Looks like Tasha K has posted her. And like I said, his daughter is not ugly, but, you know, she does kind of come off as a little bit off. Let's see. What's this?
Stuff, but I need my food to be seasoned, so I gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, get in here. Y'all saw it?
I seen it.
Hello?
What's up?
I'm cleaning.
Look at this cheese pull right quick.
Help me get your man back.
You talking on Baltimore Creek?
It look like from the back, I won't see.
Yo, he dropped that bag. Yo.
I'm at the top of my game. I'm who they hate. This shit go.
Yeah, my bitch.
But here goes nothing.
Yeah, my bitch bad, looking like a bag of.
Oh, you done? Look on.
Who's calling this? Clap back, we gon' clap back.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get out of here. I ain't trying to get myself copyrighted. But yeah, let's see anyways. 7 guys, 1 girl. Okay. 7 studs, 1 female. All right.
Let me tell you something, bro. This for you, Dr. Umar. Yo, big, fat, sloppy, bad body, flea
Dang, is her mouth ever clean?
market shirts wearing, wanna be woke behind you, big liar. All you do, you a culture vote.
I have a feeling that's how she talked to Rick Ross on a daily when they were together.
Just stop lying. You worse than the people that you. Let me tell you something, bro. This for you, Dr. Umar. Yo, big, fat, sloppy, bad body, flea market shirts wearing, wanna be woke behind you, big liar. All you do, you a culture vulture. Stop lying. You worse than the people that you. Let me tell you something, bro. This for you, Dr.
That's one of those things that you either get mad at Miss Kemp or, you know, you just laugh at it. There's no in between. Let's make something clear.
Let me make something very clear. You can't bash somebody when all you're doing is stating facts about them. It's facts. So how the hell is it bad?
Why is her eyebrows that big? Like, that, what is that? Yeah, man, this woman is crazy.
Bashing when it's facts. You are responsible for your own actions as a grown man. We are responsible for our own actions and we're all flawed. Nobody's perfect. Learn how to take accountability for your actions and be an adult. Because until then, you're considered a child. Those are what kids do. Those are what kids do. You can't bash somebody when you're stating facts. They did it to themselves. Stop feeling bad for people who have did this to themselves.
Yeah, those eyebrows, not eyebrows, those eyelashes, they're just, I can't take her seriously listening to her eyelashes like that.
Trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? But let me say this. The quickest way for you to get blocked or put on the FDMG Book of Negro list. The quickest way for you to get blocked or get put on the FDMG Book of Negro list, if you mind my personal business. I don't care who you are. I strongly recommend you mind your business, because if you don't, you will be blocked and put in the book of Negroes. Oh no. Oh no. I will say this. I'm open to the conversation. Where is Mama Smurf at?
All right, I already played the clip. Pretty much, stating that exact same thing. He's open to the conversation. That's fine, right? I think that was the original video she came out with. So I guess she's part of the alphabet community. I'm not going to try to say it all. Okay. She said she's a comedian in one of her other things. I don't really see too much comedy stuff on here. All right, whatever. I'm pretty much done. I'm not seeing anything of value I'm going to get from here, but I can understand why he said that, she has a struggle stream. It is what it is, though. You guys tell me what you think. If you're still watching, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you. And I hope you all have a great rest of the day.